This man buys a homeless man cigarettes, and then a stranger tells him it's not going to help him.
I just left the gas station and I ran across a young man that seemed to be feeling on the ground for cigarette butts. I walked up to him and I asked him, can I buy you a pack of cigarettes? He said, would you really do that for me? I said, yes. I said, what kind of cigarettes do you smoke? He told me, I'll take any pack that you'll buy me. I said, no, I want to get you the ones that you smoke. So he was like, I smoke Newport shorts, but you can give me any kind. So I went inside the gas station. I bought him 2 packs of Newport shorts, 2 hot dogs, and some water. I came outside, I gave it to him, and I had like $13 left in my pocket, so I gave it to him. And he asked me, could he give me a hug? Of course I'm gonna give him a hug because he's a human being. I'm not gonna treat him like he's just a nobody, because we're all human beings. So I gave it to him. You could tell he was very emotional. A young lady walked up to me right after that and said, why would you give a homeless guy cigarettes? That's not going to make the situation any better. At first, I got a little upset, but I thought it would be a perfect time for me to give her a little bit of education. I asked her if she had a favorite celebrity, dead or alive. And I said, who's your favorite celebrity? She said, Prince. I said, if Prince was in this gas station right now, would you walk up to Prince and speak to him? She said, of course I would, because I grew up off of his music and I like him. I said, that's the same way that I feel about homeless people. That's the same way I feel about single mothers. That's the same way I feel about single fathers. That's the same way that I feel about people who've been wrongfully convicted and incarcerated for a very long time. That's the same way I feel about people who are depressed. It's the same way I feel about people who are at the bottom of the totem pole. I feel that way about the least of those. For one time, they would like for someone to walk past them and act like they are a human being, and act like we all have breath running through our bodies and blood running through our body. So if you can't do anything else, I advise you and I ask you and I plead with you, when you see a disabled person or when you see a homeless person or when you see someone down in their luck, just walk by them and just flash them a smile and say hello.
I think this story is way more important than just the cigarettes or the hot dogs that he gave to the homeless guy. I think more importantly, it's the fact that he acknowledged another human being. Sometimes it's so easy to go through life and only think about the people in your immediate circle, right? Like your own family, your own friends, and then everybody else you kind of just ignore. A lot of people have never experienced extreme homelessness, right? Like if somebody's always been, taken well care of by their parents, or they've had great opportunities in life, they just will never think about it. And I'm glad that he was able to educate this young woman, because now she can take that information and she could share it with somebody else in her life. She can share it with other people as well, so that when you come across somebody that's going through a difficult spot in their life, you don't just ignore them. You don't try to walk past them all fast without even saying hello or trying to act like they're not even there. I'm glad that he put this video out. His name is Positive Guy 6125, and he posted it on TikTok. There's so much darkness out there. There's so much evil. So many people are desensitized by the news and the media, and I think it makes people not care about other human beings. We need more people that are a positive light.